Okay, we're going to try getting started with the alien cards for the Legendary Encounters card game. The location is the Nostromo. The first chapter of the story is the SOS. Our objective is to collect two parts of the SOS, and the way that'll happen is little by little, cards from this hive deck are going to be revealed into the complex. Once they get all the way through the complex, they come down into the combat zone where they have to be dealt with. If they're enemies, we fight them. Sometimes they're other things, including objectives. So parts of the SOS that we're looking for are shuffled in here. We don't know exactly at what point they're going to come out. This is our barracks deck, and the barracks deck contains decks from 4 different characters in the films. And this could be any of the films. They have characters from all the Alien movies. We've chosen characters from the first film, including Ripley and Parker, and then also Dallas, the captain. Oh, look at this. We're getting a lot of doubles, though. There's Dallas, and then we've also got Brett in here somewhere. So whatever's in headquarters is an example of, these are the cards that I'm going to be able to purchase into my deck to make my deck stronger. My deck is associated with my main character, and there are 2 different things that these cards can do. I'll show them to you when we start our first turn, which we'll do now. Let's just get into it. The medic is going to take the first turn. They begin with 6 cards. They will always draw 6 cards. Let's see. Then into the complex here, nope, that's combat zone. Into the complex, we have our first card. Now, we don't see what's there. It'd be cool if they had little motion tracker blips on here or something. But if we want to pay this scan cost with one of our cards, we can flip this card over to see what it is. Because as it moves its way through, we may want to flip it over and find out what it is we're going to eventually have to deal with. All right. So let's just begin. Here are the cards that my character has to work with. Each of the characters has a series of grunts and specialists. These are your most basic soldiers who are here to help you survive the complex. And each one has a different kind of currency in the game. This one is for like attack. We're going to call it strikes. It's for how many strikes of damage you can do. It is also going to help you pay for things like scanning. Then the specialist has a command currency, and the command currency is going to help us to pay for the cards that we want to recruit. So however many stars we can pay is how much we need to acquire in the lower right hand there of those cards. So hopefully I explained that well, but we'll see it in action here. What am I doing? Okay, I also drew a card that is unique to the medic, which lets me draw a card and heal a strike. We don't have any strikes to heal, but I am going to draw another card. Okay, this character now has 3 grunts and 3 specialists. So that means we have 3 command points and 3 strike points. What are we going to do with them? There's nothing to attack, so we would use these 3 points to maybe scan. Unfortunately, we cannot afford to scan this one, so these are actually not going to have any purpose, and we're going to discard them. These 3, however, we can use. We can use their command points to acquire a card from the headquarters, and the only ones we can afford are these. And then there is the deck of sergeant cards that are available to everybody, which can be purchased for 3. They have a special word on them that some of these other cards have called coordinate, which allows the 2 players to exchange those cards. So I'm going to purchase the quarantine procedure card, and I'm going to put that into the medic's discard pile right here. And then I'm going to replace it with a new card, Captain of the Ship, which we got a lot of doubles here. All right, that's all I can do for the medic's turn. So now that the medic has played that card, they're going to draw 6 more, which is all they have left. And they're going to play this hand next turn. Eventually, when there are no more cards to draw, they will shuffle their deck. So you're acquiring cards, shuffling them into your deck, and drawing again. All right. So now our gunner is going to go. And our gunner is going to draw 6 cards. And let's see what they've got. They've got 4 specialists and 2 grunts. Okay. But sorry, before we do that, I forgot we need to always do this hive phase where things come out of the hive one by one and move their way through the complex. This guy has 2 strike points. There's nothing to do with those, so they're discarded. And they have 4 command points, so they can obviously use that to buy one of these cards. They both do 2 strike damage. This has another little advantage, but I'm going to get this one because it lets me coordinate with my other player. So I'm going to put that into my discard pile here. And then I'm going to take a card from the barracks to replace. And I have 3 of the same Dallas cards. I swear I shuffled this deck, but I will say that these cards are very difficult to shuffle well. But like I cut that deck, I shuffled the mini, I shuffled and shuffled and shuffled again. Okay, so now we go again. Hive phase. Now we go to the medic's turn. The medic. This time they have 2 specialists. Oh no, 4 specialists and 2 grunts. You know what? I think I'm going to play these into the operations room. There, okay. 4 and 2. We can't do anything with these 2 strikes, but we certainly can purchase something. So we're going to purchase a Captain of the Ship card. And I'm going to put that into my character's discard pile, along with the cards they spent this turn. They now have to draw 6 new cards, so we're going to shuffle their deck. And they're going to draw 6 new cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Going to take one off the bottom. 6. All right. Now our gunner is going to go, and it looks like I probably shuffled his card into here somewhere. Oh, here he is. Here he is. This is his health value right here. All right, let's see what he's got. He's got 2 grunts. He's got his special card, which gives him the amount of strikes equal to the objective number, which right now is 1. So this is worth 3 strikes, and this is worth 3 command points. He can now use the 3 strikes to scan one of these cards in the complex. So let's look at the one that's back here. And it's a hazard. So right away we have a hazard that we need to deal with. What is the hazard? Okay, for that we look at our location card, and it says hazard number 1 is that we brought something back. We need to add 2 more hive cards to the complex. Okay, so 1, 2. Things just got a lot more crowded in here, thanks to that. All right, now all we have left in the cards we used here, because we used these, we just have 3 command cards, and we're going to use that to make a purchase. I never replaced captain of the ship. Okay. Well, we can purchase this, or a sergeant. I'm going to purchase this because it's going to give us more. Command points, so we can get better cards. And I am now going to replace that. And I'm going to shuffle and draw 6 cards from the gunner's deck for their next turn. Then play goes over to the medic, whose cards are ready, but before we look at them, we are going to move things through the complex. There's nowhere else to go from the airlock, so it comes down into the combat zone. These cards move forward to make room for another one from the hive. And in the combat zone, we reveal an event. Okay, first event of the game. We've had a hazard, now we have an event. The event is indicated by what objective we're on. Rough landing. You and the next player each draw a strike. Okay, so we land to confront the SOS. Ow, it really hurts. We each get hurt. These cards will have aliens on them, but we're meant to believe we got injured in a crash. This one is a close call that does no damage. This is one that does 3 permanent damage that can't be healed. So the medic was not hurt and the gunner was. That really sucks. So what we do is, and this is going to get messy, but you slip the card underneath your character so that you can see how much damage they have. Okay, now we can look at the cards that our medic has drawn, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 command points to recruit with. We have 1 grunt, and then we can also draw a card, and we can heal a strike from any player, but we cannot heal this one because of the red number, unfortunately. We can't do anything with this, so although we can draw a card and see what she gets. It is another grunt, so she now has 2 strikes showing, and she can use that to scan the complex. We've got an egg. Okay. We've discovered an egg. From this point forward, if we want to destroy this egg, we can spend 3 strikes to blow it up. Otherwise, if any of these cards tells us to, this egg may hatch and launch a face hugger into the game. Now I have 4 command points. I know we need a lot of kill power. So did I buy a captain of the ship before for this character or not? I think I did, so I'm going to buy another one because there is synergy between cards. Many of the cards have these symbols on them, which it looks like I can't get good focus on. And if you can match those symbols, you get some bonus effects, like this one will deal an extra strike if you have a card that matches its type. So we are going to discard that along with the other cards spent this turn and draw 6 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Something we don't want to forget to do is replace the card we took from the barracks. And now play continues up here. The hive continues to fill up with mystery cards. And our gunner looks at the cards they have. And, okay, these cards are pretty interesting. Let's take a closer look at them. We've got a grunt that does 1 strike. We've got 2 strikes. We've got this card with it, which is worth 2 strikes. If we didn't want to play it, we could choose to coordinate it and set it aside for the medic to use on her turn. We also have this, which is worth 1, and it also lets us draw another card, which I'm going to do right here. All right, it is a specialist. We already also have 1 specialist, and we have this card, which is worth 2, but it says here if I have another Wayland-Yutani card, which this is, it gives me +1. So this is worth 3, 4, 5 command points. So let's recruit first. With 5, we can purchase an expensive card like this one. Or we can get 2 smaller cards, which is what I'm going to do. I'm going to buy these 2 and then replace them. This is a good card. It's a healing card. We definitely want that. Okay. I am going to put these into the gunner's discard pile, these 2 cards I just bought, and the cards I used to buy them. Now, I'm going back up here, we see we still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strikes that we can use. There's nothing to attack, but we can use 3 to destroy this egg before it can hatch, and we will use 2 to scan whatever's in the airlock, which is another egg. Okay. Eggs don't move, so this next turn it will not come down into the combat zone. But now that I discard these and draw 6 more cards for the gunner, we can start the next hive phase, and these cards will move down and something new comes into play. So it is now the medic's turn, and this is the cards they've got to use. So let's see, we've got 1, 2 grunts for 2 strikes. We've got quarantine for an extra strike, and it says you can look at the top card of any player's deck and you may kill it. That's because some of these cards, once you buy the more expensive ones, you may not want these taking up space in your deck, and it can be worth actually just sacrificing them. And then we also have this card, which gives us 2, but if we have a card with this blue symbol, and we do, we get +1. So 3, 4, 5, 6 strikes, and 1 command. So with the 6 strikes, we're going to destroy the egg for 3. And we're going to flip this card, which is an event. Since we are still in the first objective, the event is going to cause us to take strikes. If we had not destroyed the egg, the event card would have had a facehugger jump out of the egg. I think I actually would have preferred that, to be quite honest. So we each have to take a strike, and that sucks. The medic gets hit for 3 with a brutal puncture, and the gunner gets splash damage for 1, and it says the next player also draws a strike, which I guess is the medic again, who gets 2. This is a lot of damage for this early in the game, and it doesn't bode well. There are 5 strikes against the medic here. They are healable though, which is good. And then we have 4 strikes against the gunner, one of which is treatable. All right, let's go back to here. There's nothing we can do with this 1 command point, so these cards are all spent, and they're going to be discarded. It said I could look at the top card of my player's deck, not their hand, but their deck, and if I wanted to, I could kill it. I don't think we're ready for that yet, so I'm going to just leave that there for now. and I'm going to draw 6 new cards. 1, 2. Oh, she's out of cards. So we have to shuffle her deck, which you do a lot in this game. For a game with a lot of shuffling, I wish these cards were better at being shuffled. I really should sleeve them. There's just so many damn cards. Okay, so we had 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that will be her hand for the next time. We take the hand for the gunner. It's now their turn again. Before we look at their cards, we move stuff around in the complex. Okay, let's see. He drew 4 specialists and 2 grunts. Maybe we do want to make more room in his deck. Well, with these 2 grunts, we can reveal whatever this card is. Okay, and that definitely ain't no egg. That is an acid spray xenomorph, and when it dies, each player is going to be forced to kill one of their character cards. And now with the 4 recruitment points, we are going to buy a Find It and Kill It card or a Captain of the Ship card. I'm going to do Find It and Kill It and replace it with an Electric Prod. Ooh, that's a good card. Once per turn, you can move an enemy or hidden card to any clear room in the complex. I think where you move the cards becomes important in the 3rd act of this scenario. So those are all the cards played by the gunner this turn. They draw 6 more, 1, 2, 3, and it will not surprise you to know that I need to shuffle their deck. So I played a previous version of this game that I recorded where I played 4 characters, and it just took so much time. I decided to try again with 2. Obviously, this is a really fun game that you can play with friends cooperatively, and it also is pretty good for solitaire. There's just a lot to keep track of. So we're done with the gunner's turn. It's now the medic's turn, but we are going to have something for her to deal with, because for the first time we have something enter from the complex into the combat zone, and they're going to need to have 2 strikes to try to kill that alien. All right, let's see what they have in their hand. Let's put them in operations here. We got 3 and 2. Plus, draw a card, and you can heal a strike from any player. Well, we are definitely going to heal one of our own strikes here. The one that was for 3, we're going to get rid of and discard. We also get to draw an additional card, and when we do, this is what we get. Card that we had before. So with the 3 strikes, we will kill this alien. That will force each of us to kill 1 character in our deck. I guess it says kill 1 character. I guess it doesn't matter where it comes from. Let's leave that here for a second. And she has 3 command points. Or did she have 4? Wait, she has 3, which she can use to purchase first aid to heal strikes. So the medic just got more medic-y. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Okay. She draws 6 new cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I did not forget that I have to kill a character. I will kill a specialist from her deck. And I will have my boy here, also kill a specialist. Those grunts are pretty valuable. Okay, but we also have not been buying cards with much command value. We've mostly been buying cards with attack value, so that's important to remember. Okay, so now it's the top of his turn, and we do get to draw his cards. And here's what he's got in his hand. 3 specialists, 1 grunt, Brett's Find It and Kill It card, and another command card. Our Xenomorph died last turn, so it's gone. I am going to, just for sake of example, instead of using this card, I'm going to coordinate it. I'm going to put it here, or actually I'll put it here for the medic to use on her turn. So what that leaves me is 1 strike, which is not helpful, and then 3, 4, 5 command points. In addition, I can look at the top 2 cards of the barracks and put 1 on the bottom and 1 back on top. So let's do that real quick. Let's see. Wow, we've got a card here worth 7 called It's a Damn Robot. And another worth 4, Captain of the Ship. We have a lot of Captain of the Ship cards, so I'll put that at the bottom. And I'll put this other valuable card on top. And now with the 5 that we have, we can purchase one of these. Let's see. Look at the top card of the barracks, and if it's a character, you can gain it or put it on the bottom of the deck. This one says you may move an enemy around. So I'm going to take the electric prod, which can help me move enemies around. And I'm going to put that in his discard pile and draw what I now know is this really cool card. It's a Damn Robot, which is worth over 4 attack points. And the next time you fight a synthetic enemy, it gets -4 strikes. So that's our indication that there are some synthetic enemies we may have to deal with. These cards have been spent, so they get discarded. We draw 6 new cards for the gunner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now play goes to our medic, who has already been given 2 strikes by the other player. Now she'll add to that her own cards. 2 grunts, no 3 grunts, plus 1 of her Captain of the Ship cards. If I have this symbol, it gives me an extra strike, but nobody else has that symbol, so that won't work. And then there are 2 command cards. These will be no help. There's nothing here worth 2. So we're just going to do a lot of strikes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so we can do some scanning. Let's do an expensive one for 4, which is an egg. And we'll do this one for 3, which is another egg. Well, at least we know they're there to deal with. You know what I could have done is I could have revealed this and then destroyed it, but I was too quick. I was too quick and I didn't, so now I have 2 eggs to deal with. All right. That's it for the medic's turn. She has to draw 6 cards, and guess what? She can't. So let's shuffle up and deal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, she has her cards for next turn. The gunner goes. We're going to see what's in their deck, but before we do, we go up to the complex here, and something leapfrogs right there. Okay, he has, oh, you know what? he gets this card. He was supposed to take his other card back. We'll find it. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Plus this one, which lets him draw a card. Okay. This is worth an extra. So, or no, this is just worth 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, unless we want to coordinate this. We don't right now. I'm going to destroy this for 3. And I'm going to scan here. I'll scan here for 5. Hey, it's the first part of the SOS. Okay, that's very helpful. And actually, that card is supposed to go here in operations. That's what the operations section is actually for. We're going to discard the cards that were spent. And how many specialists did I draw? I'm going to have to look at the tape. I am also going to take a quick break in order to go through the medic's cards and find that coordinate card to return to the gunner. So, be right back. Okay, it's actually the medic's turn now. And got her cards right here. I'm going to put them in operations. She will probably be able to destroy this egg, but part of me doesn't want to. I kind of want to show what happens when a facehugger comes out, and also if I leave that there, then at least the event will be a facehugger and not drawing more strikes. Although if the facehugger isn't dealt with, it can be really, really bad. Holy shit! Look at what we got. Let's move the SOS aside. She got her captain of the ship card and another one. This one's worth 2. This one is worth 4 because it needs the symbol, which is here. So this is worth 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 strikes. That's a lot of strikes, and it would be very helpful if we had something to kill in the combat zone. Let's use it up here. 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow, this is great actually, because what we have here is a shedding skin xenomorph. It's worth 4, but if it gets into the combat zone, it's worth 7 and very hard to kill. So we're going to kill it here while it's worth 4. So that would be 4 plus 3 is 7, 2 is 9, and we found the other part of the SOS. So we have completed the first objective of the story. Okay, and that means we can now move to chapter 2, which is called No One Can Hear You Scream. And our objective now is to block the ventilation shafts. Okay, so we're going to have to find a way to block the ventilation shafts. Whatever that way is will be revealed eventually through the hive cards. So that was our medic's turn, right? Is that our medic's turn or our gunner's turn? That was our medic's turn, and they're going to draw 6 new cards. We're doing pretty good. I played this once before and tried recording, but I had audio issues, and man, we had so many aliens in the combat zone. Okay, 6 new cards for the medic. We go to the gunner. The gunner never drew their cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I forgot. I did return their coordinate card to them, though, that they were missing. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see what we got. your kitty kitty, and a card that matches its symbol. So this is worth 3 command points. 4, 5. So we can purchase something worth 5. And then we've got 3 strikes. Plus, once again, we can look and possibly kill a card in a player's deck. So let's quickly look at the top card of the medics. It's a grunt. She's pretty damn powerful, so we could get rid of this card. So those good cards will come up more often if we can get rid of the more generic cards. For 3 strikes, there's actually nothing to do. The complex, oh, that's not true, because this was supposed to happen at the top of the turn, but it's not enough to do anything with, so the strikes don't get used. And then we have 5 command points that the gunner will use to make a purchase. Somebody, if they want to buy this, we're going to have to maybe coordinate some stars to each other. So let's buy this. No, let's buy a sergeant, because the sergeant is worth 3 and will let us coordinate. So we're going to buy the sergeant. And the gunner will draw 6 new cards. And the turn now belongs to the medic, whose cards will go here. First we'll do the hive phase. And now let's see what we're working with here. One, two, 3. Draw a card and heal a strike. She draws another one of these. And she can heal a strike. So let's see, she has a strike worth 2. He has a strike, a healable strike worth 1. I'll heal his 1. All right. This also says you may heal a strike from any player. So she will heal that other strike from herself. Wow, man. So she's got 6. With 1 more, she could buy that really expensive card. And she's got 1 strike, which she's not going to use, but she has the option of killing someone from the top of the deck. Let's look. The top of the gunner's deck is his special gunner card. So although that's a character card, we don't want to kill that because it has a nice bonus. So that's it. We're going to purchase for 6. What is she going to buy? She can buy anything, really. She could buy 2 sergeant cards. Another captain of the ship. Let's keep doing that. She kicked ass with these, so let's just make her really represent Captain Dallas with as many of those cards as possible. She will now draw 6 cards. And of freaking course, she has to shuffle. I wish there was an area on the mat for your hand, you know. It's one of the things I really like about, or that it at least maybe came with separate player mats for 4 players. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. The gunner goes. Let's put his cards here in operations, and then let's get the hive moving. Things are getting active up there again. What's he going to do to deal with it? He's got some very generic cards this turn. And this is why you maybe want to kill some of these guys off and make room. Look at the top card of the barracks once again. Top 2 cards. This is one that lets you heal. This is the same card we're actually using. I'll put the heal card on top. We're never not going to want that. Once your characters start getting hurt, it gets pretty bad pretty fast. Okay. He now has 2, 3, 4 that he can purchase with. So let's get this repair the ship card. When you draw a new hand at the end of your turn and the power station is clear, you draw an extra card. So maybe we can try to clear that power station by using that cattle prod. And there's that first aid card that we made sure was there. So we used these. Now we've got 3 strikes to use, and we will use them to scan the complex. Let's see what's coming up the pipe. Shit, we have an event. But it is not the same event that we had before because we are in a new objective. This time the event says people are disappearing, so the next player discards 2 random cards from their hand. That really sucks. So let's take a look. This was during the medic's turn. No, this was during the gunner's turn. So she has to take the cards from her hand. Oops. Let's see. Let's do some random. I'm going to take these 2 cards out of my hand, and I'm going to put them in operations. We lost one of our captain of the ship cards and a specialist. Hate to lose that, but we just bought another, so it's kind of a wash. And now it becomes the medic's turn. The medic, unfortunately, only has 4 cards now. Let's see what they are. 2 specialists, 1 grunt, and one of the other captain of the ship cards, which gives no bonus, gets no bonus. But we can strike for 3. We can recruit for 2. We actually do have a recruitment card worth 2, so we're going to purchase it. And then we have 3 strikes that we can use. So we're going to discard all of that. She doesn't really have a proper discard pile like he does. Here, I think this is what we want to do to make it uniform. This is his deck. This is her deck. She draws 6. Okay. But her turn's not actually over yet because we did want to make a, we did want to use those 3 strikes. What do you think? We want that power station to be clear, so let's see what's there. Oh my god. Another event. Another event. Which means that now it's the gunner who didn't draw his cards who has to lose 2 of them. So without looking, let's lose these 2. Oh no, his own Let's Rock card. Oh, actually, does it say character cards on the event? No, 2 random cards. So, because this is a character card, this is not, but it's not character cards, it's random cards. So he will no longer be getting the benefit of this, which is too bad because now that it's the second objective, this would be worth 2. But that's how you play Aliens Legendary Encounters. So now it's his turn. We'll take his deck, move things out. Let's see what he's got. Find it and kill it. Find it and kill it. +2. Never did replace what was here, but it's nothing worth 2, so he won't be buying anything there. So he won't be using these. He could coordinate these cards. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to coordinate one, and I'm going to use the other. Okay? So, discard these. Give this to her so she can use it on her turn. And then what I'm going to do with the 2 that I had is I'm going to flip this. And we have a skittering xenomorph. So this is a chest burster basically who's skittering around, and they are very hard to find. At the end of each turn, if this alien is still in the complex, it goes face down. It is the end of the turn, so it's flipped over. All that really means is I can't kill it. If it were exposed, I could kill it, but we caught a glimpse of it and it skittered away. Cute, thematic, fun. Nice job, Upper Deck. Okay, so we have the Find It and Kill It card that the medic is borrowing. Okay. And then we have the rest of her hand, which is 1. Look at the top card of any player's deck and kill it. I'm going to look at, this is what the guy has. We're not going to kill that card. We have Grunt. We have this, which is worth 4. 2 plus we match the symbol up here to get another 2. And then we have these. Let's deal with this first. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 strikes. Okay. We're going to use the 2 he gave us and our own to do 9. Just been a lot of scanning. 1, 2, 3, 4. A hazard. We have 5 more. Don't let me forget. We can scan both of these. The hazard, the second hazard that we are dealing with, is it's loose. Put the top card of the hive into the combat zone. So immediately something comes jumping in. But guess what? It's actually a ventilation seal. It's an objective card. So let's deal with that in a second. Let's finish what we're doing. We have 5 left to spend. We don't need to kill anything yet, so let's spend 3. Jonesy! Look, everybody. It's Jonesy. Hey, bud. If Jonesy's in the complex, choose which player to gain him. Otherwise, kill him. He lets you draw a card and heal a flesh wound. That is so cool. It's been... Has this been her turn or his turn? This has been her turn. So she is going to take Jonesy. And she still has these cards. This symbol would let her heal a strike from any player. Did any of these other cards have that symbol? No, they didn't. So she can't do that. So this is just worth 3 command points. So she could purchase another first aid, but I think I'm actually going to take a coordination sergeant. And I'm going to have to shuffle her deck and draw 3 more cards. One, two, 3. now it's going to be our gunner's turn. I didn't shuffle his cards either. Oh, but we'll look at that ventilation seal. Let's take a look at that. All right. Okay. Let's take a good look at this. Let's bring it over to operations, actually. On the reveal, it gets attached to the ventilation shafts. While this room is clear, you can pay 2 command points to discard this card, and you will block this room. Okay? So, blocking the ventilation shafts, if you remember, is actually the objective. So we do that, we can move on to chapter 3. And it doesn't cost very much. Do we have 2 of these left? I think we did. Oh no, we dealt with him. Yeah, you did, but you dealt with it already. That's why that was flipped. Okay. Whew, top of the round. Gunner's turn. Gunner's turn. Gunner takes their 6 cards. Let's see what we got. The electric prod. If you have a matching symbol, which I do, you can move an enemy or a hidden card to any clear room in the complex. All right, so let's do that real quick. Let's use our electric prod to scare this guy back. Okay. It is also worth 3 attack. Oh, it says facehuggers can't be moved. That's interesting. Okay, 5. That's because it's attached to you when it comes out. I'm actually disappointed we haven't dealt with them. All right, we've got 5 scan, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, plus a bonus 5 command. We don't have anything we can coordinate. So with that 5, I'm going to purchase this Teams of 3 card and then replace it with another one of those. So that's that. And now with the 5, I'm going to discard all these cards. Draw 6 new ones. Okay, but we had 5. We had 5 to deal with. I guess I'll flip it for 3. Oh, and I can't kill it for 2. So it just gets flipped. There's really nothing else to do. Yeah. Unfortunately, if I had 6, I could have flipped it and killed him, but I couldn't. So basically just firing wildly. Brett got him to expose himself really quick. He moved him and then exposed him, and then we took a shot at him, but he got away. Very thematic. Okay. Top of the turn. It's now the medic's turn. This is their 6 card hand. I could have spent command points to do that, but I'm not in a rush. All right, here's my hand. Let's see what cards we've got. Oh, this is interesting. So, 1 command, draw a card, heal a strike. There are actually no strikes to heal because the gunner has a strike, but it's not healable. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to look at the top of my own deck, and I am going to kill another grunt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or Yeah. I know that that burns 3. Oh no, it doesn't burn 3. I can flip this. Ooh, it's a noxious xenomorph. And on a reveal, players have 1 less health point this turn. So this would kill somebody. This is like causing us great harm as long as it's revealed. So if we were down to 1 hit point, we'd be dead. That's interesting. I don't have enough command points to close the ventilation shaft, so we're just going to discard the medic's cards and draw 6 more. For her next turn. And we're going to have the gunner go. But before we reveal the gunner's cards, that noxious xenomorph is on the move and a new strange card comes in. Here's what's going on in ops. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 that we can coordinate. And these. When you draw a new hand at the end of your turn, if the power station is clear, it is currently not, we could draw an extra card, and this lets me look at and kill a card. I will kill a card from the gunner's deck. I'm making such a mess of cards off screen here. I'm going to use these 1, 2, 3 to scan the power station, revealing another skittering xenomorph who I do not have enough. Oh, sorry. Revealing another skittering xenomorph who I do not have the power to kill. And then I'm going to coordinate this to the medic because I really want her to be able to purchase an expensive card. So I'm going to put the sergeant right here. And I'm going to use the remaining 3 to purchase. Oh no, I'm not going to purchase. I am going to close the ventilation shaft. Okay, so the ventilation shaft is now, I'm just going to turn it upside down to show that this is a closed space and no one can enter it. And that sends us to, whoops, the next objective, which is the perfect organism. And of course the objective of that is to kill the perfect organism, kill the big chap. If there's an event, it will be hunting us, so we have to kill him. He is not easy to kill like other characters. There's something very special you need to do in order to kill him. So we're discarding the gunner's cards right now and we're drawing 6 new ones. Okay, I'm glad we didn't have to shuffle. Now we're going to take the medic's cards and we're going to put them here along with the coordinated 2 command points. Noxious Xeno moves, mystery card moves, new mystery card enters, but it skips the ventilation shafts which are now closed. Okay, I think I'll go like this. All right. What she got? She has her own coordinate for 4, 5, 6. Oh my god, if she had 1 more, she could buy that expensive card. Since she doesn't, I'm going to coordinate this right back to him. So I'm going to use his to buy something worth 4. Okay. I need something that actually has more value. I'm taking more coordinate cards. We just need more high-end cards. Now let's use the rest of her hand. We got good old Jonesy, which lets you draw a card and heal a flesh wound. none of us have a flesh wound. That's a specific type of card. But when she draws a card, she pulls a specialist, so she actually would have had another. I bought something for 3. I could have bought something for 4. That's okay. I still would have done the same thing. And then she had these. Look at the top card of any player's deck. You can kill it. I'm not going to do that. 2, scan value. We don't need that because this is empty and this is already exposed. It's not enough to kill this alien. So we just discard these cards. And then we shuffle her deck and draw 6. Oh, she actually has 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. We take his deck, and he's been given a coordination card. So we'll put that here. And then meanwhile, everybody moves over. Somebody new comes in. Let's see, 2. He's coordinated 2, and then he has another 2 of his own for 4. You can look at the barracks again. 5. Fucking 5, man. Not enough. Still not enough. Ooh, this is a good one. Avoid all strikes, and it attacks for 5. Definitely keeping that on the top, which means this other one is going on the bottom. And so we're going to make a purchase for 5 to make room for that amazing card. We're going to buy these 2, 3 and 2, for a total of 5. That wonderful card comes out, plus another. These are now the 2 most expensive, and we want to be able to buy them. So we discard all of the cards except the sergeant, which goes back to the medic. And then we use these cards to do some damage. And let's see what we can do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we can coordinate these, but we're going to use it because we want to kill this guy for 4 before he can enter the complex. And then scan this for 2. Oh, I forgot that he was a skitterer, and he actually flips over again at the end of the turn. That's fine. That's fine. This is fine. Now he has to draw up to 6 cards. Not a lot of alien killing going on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or at least not a lot of aliens doling out strikes. We've had surprisingly productive hands. All right, oh, speaking of hands, this is going to be our medic's turn. All right, we need to kill that perfect organism when it shows up. We can't do it yet. Draw a card, heal a strike. You may heal a strike from another player when this symbol shows up, but we don't have any strikes, so neither of these are needed. If you don't have the healer on your team, man, the game is much harder. Okay, so we have 3, 4, 5. Still not enough. Jonesy again, which lets you draw a card. These 2. And Jonesy lets you heal. Alright, we can buy a card for 5 and we can scan for 2. We know this is the skittering xenomorph. What's this? This is a shedding skin xenomorph. And this one we were able to prevent from coming into the complex last time, but I don't know. This one we may not have time to stop him. He bad. He bad. And then for 5, yeah, I'm actually doing good on attack power. I need to be buying these because I definitely need to be able to coordinate more purchase power. So anyway, taking all the cards and discarding them and drawing 6. And the gunner's gonna go. Okay, we know a little bit about what the gunner's got to deal with this turn. They're going to have to deal with a skittering xenomorph, an impending shedding skin xenomorph, and mystery things. So let's see, what will we be using? One, two, three. That's enough right there to kill him. Four, five, six, 7 is enough to kill him. I'm actually kind of disappointed, to be honest. And then we have this. I could heal a strike because I actually had that symbol, and I have 2. I could buy something worth 2 command points. There is nothing worth 2 command points. So that's it for the gunner's turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's her turn. Put her cards here. Take a sip of water. Drinking bird. That's more than a sip. Six, 7, 8 strikes. I'm going to coordinate this to my boy. And then we have 8 scan value. We have 8. We have 8. So let's do let's just go 2, 4, 6, 8. 1, 2, shedding skin xenomorph. 3, 4, 5, 6 to kill it. 7, 8 to reveal an event. The event of chapter 3 is it's hunting us. Move the leftmost enemy or hidden card in the complex to the combat zone. Okay. It says the leftmost. So this comes in. It's a skittering xeno. At the end of each turn, if it's in, oh, it's not in the complex, right? So it stays there. That's it. She draws up to 6 cards. She only has 2. Three, 4, 5, 6. She has a much thinner deck than he does. So unless I made some big mistakes. It's now his turn now. He's going to get this coordination plus these. He has to deal with this and whatever's coming. his hand shows he only has 4. That's it, just 4. I'm gonna buy him a sergeant and return the other sergeant to our girl, who had just bought one as well. And then what's left is just all kill power, man. You can move an enemy or hidden card to any clear room in the complex. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to use the attack value for 3 to kill this guy. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I can look at the top card of the barracks. Yep, because I have 2 of those symbols. Top card. If it's a character, you can gain it, or you could put it at the bottom of the barracks. I'm going to gain it because it's a really nice card. Thank you very much. I have others just like it. Alright, and so we have attack value of 5, or strike value of 5. Flip this for 3. Ooh, it is a xenomorph Lancetail that must be killed for 7. So that's a bad boy. And he knows it. Look at that. That's a calendar shot. He's like over the shoulder, like lace, like bra strap dangling over. Looking coy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we shuffle his deck and draw 1. We are not receiving any strikes. The only strikes we got were from the crash landings we did in Chapter 1. We are not being hit by aliens at all. Alright. Top of the round, Medic goes. This is her cards. She's got. Oh, this is looking good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ugh, that's all. Draw a card though. Nope, just 4. But she can coordinate. So let's just keep 2 and coordinate the other 2 to our buddy and hope that it helps. So now let's just look at her strikes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you can kill characters from a player's deck. I looked at 1 and I don't want to kill it. 5. So if we had 7, we really want to kill this guy. With 5, let's just take a look at this for 2. Oh my god, it's another one. 3, 4, 5. Frickin' event, which means leftmost guy comes into the combat zone. So now I get my wish. We start getting some frickin' strikes in our face. I'm gonna regret wanting it, aren't I? Because strikes from this enemy can't be avoided, no matter what card we have that says we can. So we take a strike from him, and he deals us a deep gash. So, fortunately, she has a lot of healing abilities, but she now has 2, and she draws 6 cards. Alright, well now we have something big and scary in the combat zone that needs to be dealt with. It is now the gunner's turn. He gets the coordinate card she gave him plus his own cards. I'm just playing these here for you guys, you know, they're not normally supposed to be played here. This guy moves. Something new comes in. Let's see what we've got. 1, 2, 3, 4. With another Wayland card, which we do have. It's worth 3, so that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, baby. finally, thanks to that sergeant and some persistence, we can buy a really expensive card. This or this. This attacks for 5 and lets you avoid any strikes. This says the synthetic enemy thing. I've not seen any synthetic enemies. I am taking this card, replacing it with this repair the ship card. Okay, so he's going to put this in his discard pile along with the cards that purchased it, except for the one coordinate card that belongs to her. And now he also has these. And if the power station is clear, you draw an extra card. I do not have anything that can move this, so we just have 4 attack, which is not enough to kill these guys. So since it's not, I'm actually just going to take my lumps and I'm going to coordinate this to her in the hopes that it will help her defeat that guy. Which means he is now going to take a strike from the lance tail. And it's a close call that does nothing. It's a great card. For many reasons. Well, for 2 reasons. Okay, so now he's going to draw 6. And then she's going to go. And we're going to put her coordinated card here. Her hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right here. This guy is almost coming into the room with us. Let's see if she can kill one of these guys. 1, 2. Oh, wow. No. 1, 2, 3. That's all. That's not enough to hurt anybody. So we're just going to give this coordinate card back. Thanks for trying, bud. We're going to use the 3 to reveal whatever's here. I hope it's not an event. No, it's almost as bad though. This is a twin mouth xenomorph who does double strikes. Okay, let's see what other cards she has. 1, 2, 3, 4. Plus Jonesy, who lets us draw another card. Oh, maybe I should have resolved that first. It would have given me an extra strike, but it still wouldn't have been enough to matter. He does let you heal a flesh wound, but I only have a deep gash, so I can't. Jonesy's not helpful right now. And with these 4, I guess I may as well buy this attack card. Okay, but this is why you got to get rid of some of these guys, because they're taking up a lot of room in my deck. And they've stopped being helpful. Draw 6 cards. 1, 2. Oh, but I have to take a strike. Still. 2. Just going to shuffle. You can't shuffle if you're dead. But she's not close to death. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, the strike she takes. Oh my god, I'm so lucky. They're not. Oh my god. That is the other reason we're doing so well. And I shuffled these, believe me. Let's shuffle them some more. That's nuts. That is some dumb luck. Alright. It's now the top of his turn. Nothing's been coordinated to him. These are his 6 cards. This guy comes down. We're now dealing with 2 of those bad boys, which is not great. Meanwhile, this nasty business starts moving. We have to start killing aliens. Like big time. or it's all going to end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my god. 6, 7. Thank God we can kill one of them. And you can move an enemy or hidden card to a clear room in the complex. Oh god, I would love to move this guy, but this is blocked and these aren't clear. And I need all of this to kill one of these Xenos. So we kill one. We also got this. We're going to coordinate it to her. Okay. And he is going to take a strike. But it's just a flesh wound. Jonesy can heal that later. Okay. So he has 4 damage total. One of it is healable by a cat. Okay. So, becomes her turn. She has a coordinate card and she has her hand. Aliens move. Let's see what she can do. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She could heal a strike if this symbol was showing, and its own card doesn't count. We don't have that, so she can't do it. But we do have 6 here. It's not really enough. Oh, actually it is enough. It's enough to purchase this. You're my lucky star. Avoid the next strike. So we're going to put that into her discard pile. And we're going to discard these. And we're going to give him his card back. And now we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Not enough. Not enough to kill. Not enough to kill him. Not enough to kill him. Scan. Meddlesome Xenomorph. He's cool looking. Yeah. No help. No help. We draw 6 cards, but she's going to take a strike. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see if she's as lucky as he was. No, not at all. Somebody help. When you draw this, any other player may show a character with that little red symbol. So I do have one in my hand. I have 2 actually. I have 3. I have 3 with that symbol. So we cancel it. Alright, she was lucky. She was lucky. And now he is going to go, our gunner. But here is where some luck runs out, because into the combat zone comes this big bastard who attacks twice. So those 3 strikes are going to get doled out unless we can stop those guys. The big chap has not shown itself. All right. We have a grunt. Oh, we do have a lot of attack cards I'm seeing here. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm actually going to kill this guy for 6 and scan up here for 2. It's a hazard. All right, we'll deal with that in a second. Let me do the other things that are on here. Look at the top card of the barracks. If it's a character, you can take it. gain it or put it on the bottom of the barracks? Yeah, of course it's a character. Look at the top card of any players and you can kill it. It's her medic card. We're not going to kill that. Okay, so we've done all that. We've done all his stuff. So we discard. And we have a hazard to deal with. Oh, also though, he had these. And he can heal a strike from a player. So he's going to heal hers. And he has 4. So he's going to buy... He's going to buy first aid. Another first aid card. Which gets replaced. And so we've done these. Now let's resolve this hazard that happened. The hazard is listed on the Nostromo. This is now hazard 3, self-destruct. Leave the hazard card face up where it was revealed. It moves like an enemy. If it reaches the combat zone, discard it, and each player draws 3 strikes. You can disarm it by paying 8 command points. Was that right here? You have 1 turn to reach minimum safe distance. Oh boy. We shuffle his deck and draw 6 cards. Oh no, he takes a strike. It can't be healed. So he has 5 out of 11, 4 of which is not healable. We are about to take 3 strikes each. Because the self-destruct is going to go off. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Her hand goes here. This comes in. These move. Just to read this again. If it reaches the combat zone, discard it, and each player draws 3 strikes. We didn't have time to pay to disarm it. I mean, I guess he could have on his turn, but he only had 4 and wouldn't have been able to. All right, so we each take 3 strikes. Let's see what happens. We're going to start with the medic. A deep gash. A double slash, which makes you draw another, which makes you draw another. A contaminated gash. And this, broken morale. At the start of your turn, you discard your grunts, basically, and sergeants. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of 10 for her. Most of it is healable, but that was really bad. And she has to deal with this broken morale at the start of her next turn. He, now the gunner, let's put him in there. He already has 5 out of 11. 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, he has 2 health. So these guys are really hurting now. These guys are really hurting. Alright, and she hasn't yet taken a strike from this bad boy. But let's go back to the top of her proper turn and see what cards she pulled. 2 specialists, a sergeant, another specialist, Jonesy, who can heal a flesh wound. So we're going to take one of the gunner's flesh wounds away. Thanks, Jonesy. And Jonesy also lets her draw a card. And she can heal a strike from any player. Since he is hurting more, she will heal his strike here that's worth 2. Okay. And she's able to also draw yet another card because of that. Okay. So she has 2, 3, 4, 5 potential command points and 2 attack points. 2 attack points are not going to do jack, but she can scan whatever is here in this airlock. It's another one of those bastards. Okay, so she scanned the airlock. All she has left to do this turn is those 5 command points, which she can use to purchase an electric prod because those are pretty handy. And a new card goes in. She then draws a strike, getting a flesh wound that her cat can heal. So she has 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wounds. And at the top of her next turn, she will have to deal with this broken morale. So let's draw her 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 with broken morale. She's just getting pushed off the board this whole game. Dude, your fucking broness is taking up way too much space, dude. It's your man spreading all over. Alright, one more card is all she needed. She's ready for her next turn. It's now our wounded gunner's turn. He's going to have a lot to deal with. He might die pretty soon. His cards are going here. And the reason he might die is that there's now 2 of these guys in the combat zone and more coming. The hive deck is almost done though, so we should be seeing the big chap. Alright, what's he got? Teams of 3. Look at the top card. If it's a character, you can gain it. If you have 2 others with these symbols, which we do, he'll gain Brett. Okay, he also has this. Once this turn, you may move an enemy or hidden card to any clear room in the complex. Shit! See, we want to get these guys out, but there's nothing clear up there. Maybe if I could kill this, I could move him back. Let's see, because we have enough already to kill him. Maybe that's our strategy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, actually, so I could kill him and move him up, but I also can kill him outright because of his value of 6. So we're going to do that because he strikes twice and we cannot afford to have that happen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that gives us 2 left that we can scan with. Another lance tail is revealed. And then, let's see, these cards were what was left. He can't heal anyone, but he has 3. He can use that to purchase a card. I'll buy this card for 3. Okay, and right now, Gunner is going to take a hit. Just a flesh wound. He's really lucky. Alright. He draws 6 cards. And now she goes. She's got to deal with broken morale first. But before she does, in comes this meddlesome xenomorph. What makes him meddlesome is if he's killed, you get a free scan. He's precocious. At the start of your turn, discard this and all of the characters that bear the marine symbol. So, the sergeants abandon me. The grunt abandons me. The specialist abandons me. They all get discarded. Leaving us with only these cards. An attack for 4. So she does get to kill him, and you may scan any room, it says. Oh, I may as well scan something more expensive. There it is, the perfect organism. This is one of the cards we're waiting for. Let's see, we used these cards. So the perfect organism can't be killed unless he's in the airlock and the airlock controls are attached to the room. So we need to be able to flush him out the airlock. Until then, he's a badass. So why does he have a kill value? Oh no, once he's in the airlock, then you need 10 strikes to kill him. Got it. All right, so her turn is almost over. She is going to take a strike, right? Or did we do that already? No, we didn't. She takes a strike. Wow, I'm just getting these flesh wound cards. I'm really lucky about that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. She's very close, though, to being dead. She draws 6 new cards. This is a long-ass game. I think this is like over an hour video. For sure. Alright, here's his deck, but before we get into it, another Lance Tail comes into the combat zone. The big chap and his buddies move. One of these must be the airlock controls. He's got a specialist, remember those? Alright, and he's got a lot other stuff going on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, command. And then he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not enough to kill. Can you coordinate more than one card? Because if so, I'm going to coordinate both of these to her. I'm going to coordinate both of those to her. Let's see if I can. I'll look it up. But if I can, I'm going to coordinate 2 cards to her, meaning the one strike does nothing. He did have a symbol that he could heal a strike from any player. So she's now closer to death than him. So we are going to remove her strike of 2 here. Look at the top cards of the barracks, put on 1 on the bottom and 1 on the top. Okay. Did that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, you don't have to buy, but I think I will have him purchase. Well, I wish I had 6. take that one for 5. Okay, he's about to take 2 strikes. One permanent, 2 permanent. Okay, that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which can't be healed. 8, 9, 10. He's 1 point away from dying. He's 1 point away from dying. Alright, now we're going to need to look up some rules, but for the moment, let's presume we can do this and put 2 coordinate cards here. Okay, you can only coordinate 1 card. You know, up to however many players can each coordinate, but only 1 can be coordinated. So we're going to take this one back. We're going to give it back to the gunner, and we're going to retcon that he did a scan. And when it's found, it gets attached to the airlock. When this room is clear, you pay 3 to move an enemy into the room. So the airlock now can be controlled if we pay 3 stars. This is actually kind of fortuitous because it is now the beginning of the medic's turn, right? So whatever this is comes into the combat zone. It's ash, frickin' synthetic. It's frickin' ash. It's ash. Okay, we'll deal with him in a second. But then the perfect organism and this move this way, and this last hive card moves here. So if I pay 3, I can move the enemy to the airlock, and then I can begin attacking it. So this is a real race to the end. Meanwhile, Ash can't be killed unless another player coordinates with you. Okay. Oh my god. So I'm going to take 3 strikes. Oh my god. This is tense. What does she have? A stupid grunt? Sorry, you're not stupid. I take it back. Draw a card, and you may heal a strike from any player. Jonesy, draw a card, and you may heal a flesh wound. Oh, yes. Okay. So we're going to heal from the gunner because he only has 1. But, yeah, we heal 2 flesh wounds from him. 1 from Jonesy and 1 from the other card. Not done putting my cards down. I can avoid the next strike. You would draw this turn, so I get to ignore 1 of the 3 strikes I'm about to take. This will also let me heal a strike from any player, so I will heal 1 of her flesh wounds. And then we have this. So 3, 4, 5, plus 2 from him is 7. Okay, that 7 is enough to kill this. Alright, these, let's give this card back. Thank you. The, what do I have here? 5 stars. I'm going to use 3 stars to move an enemy to the room while it's clear. It is clear. So, and then that leaves me with 2 command points. There's nothing worth 2, so they get burned. And those get discarded. Wait, it's her turn. Be careful where you're discarding your cards. Okay. She's about to take 2 strikes. I'm also going to just draw her cards so I don't forget. But she's going to take 2 strikes. She has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage out of 10. She takes 2 strikes. It says you would avoid the first strike you do this turn. Strikes from this guy can't be avoided, so this will be Ash's attack. Ash attacks Actually, you know, I think it matters what position these guys are in. So actually, he would be first. And so she can't avoid the next strike. I think it works that way. Anyway, draw another. 4. She has 1 frickin' health. She has 1 frickin' health. Oh god, he has to be able to show one of those symbols. Oh, he's got it right here on top with that badass card that we bought. Okay, so no matter how you slice it, for the moment she is spared, but they're both right on the verge of death. So, top of his turn, here are his cards. Now the perfect organism cannot come down into the combat zone because it is stuck in the airlock. Okay, but these guys are still there. And the cards we have are this badass for 5, who also lets you avoid all strikes. This is the gunner now. 6, 7, 8, 9. That is almost enough to kill the big chap and win the game. If we were able to coordinate some strikes to him, it's worth 9. He can't kill Ash because nobody coordinated with him, but he can kill this guy for 7, and then scan this for 2. Big twin mouth bastard's coming. He can buy first aid with these 3. He has nothing he can coordinate. That sucks because this card was so powerful, and I don't know that she has anything like that. We haven't coordinated anything to her. So, before we draw his cards, he takes a strike from Ash worth 2. Does it kill him? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Not yet. Still alive. Still alive. Draws 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Please let that card, that awesome card that does 5 damage, be drawn from this shuffle. Please let that card get drawn. What is it? 4 here? I have to draw 2. Please, 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 please. 5, 6. I'm not gonna look. Just gonna hope. Okay. It's the medic's turn. This is her discard pile. Once again, she's pushed off the board here. I don't know what the deal is. It's my fault. Her cards, ladies and gentlemen. The complex. This guy comes down. 3 strikes are going to be dealt this turn. Nobody coordinated with her, so she's not going to be able to defeat Ash. We just have to hope she can kill the perfect organism and win the game. That's not going to do it. Better. 2, 3, 4. You can move an enemy or hidden card to any clear room in the complex. Well, thank God this guy is going to go back up here. I cattle prod you. 5, 6. And if this symbol is showing I get 2 more, the symbol is showing. So this is worth 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That would be enough to kill Ash, but nobody coordinated with him. That would be enough to kill... Oh, wait a minute. Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. Wait. Wait. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, 9. Just 9. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh. So yeah, we can't kill Ash. We don't have enough for him. We can kill him. for 6, and then scan for 2. Fuck. We have 3. We can't coordinate anything. So I definitely needed more coordinating cards that had attack value. But anyway, she discards these. And she's now going to take a hit from Ash. For 2. How many did she have again? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Ash kills the medic. She's dead. She's dead. She is dead. She played a really good game. She really did. But she's gone. And now there is only our gunner. We don't know if he pulled that card we need into his hand this turn. He will probably not survive another turn after this, so this needs to be the winning hand. We're going to put it right there. This guy comes down into the combat area. 3 strikes will be dealt this turn. Ash is undefeatable. There's nobody to coordinate with him. The perfect organism is in the airlock. What can we do? Attack value 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Holy nothing. 7. All that 7 can do is kill this alien and maybe let him last another turn. He also got 3, but we're not going to even spend it. He's going to get a punch in the face from Ash, who strikes once. Oh, this is bad. A damaged hand. At the start of your turn, discard this and 2 random cards. So if that doesn't kill him, it definitely makes it almost impossible for him to win. Oh, but it doesn't do any numerical damage. Oh god, that's crazy. Okay, so wait. So... oh, this is really crazy. Okay, so that means he draws 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then, because of his damaged hand, he discards 2. Let's see what he's going to lose. Not bad. Don't need it. Definitely would have helped. 1. Alright. Here he is. Here's his hand. It's a miracle he's getting to try again. Ash can't be killed and will definitely strike him. The perfect organism doesn't strike because he doesn't come in to here. Actually, that's not true. He would have come into here and have been striking this whole time, waiting for us to get a cattle prod to push him back up there. But thankfully, we caught him in the airlock. And that's the only reason he's not attacking us. Okay, my cat is crying, so we have to hurry. My Jonesy needs me. One. 6. Oh shit. And avoid strikes. 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, motherfucker. 9, 10, 11. The perfect organism is flushed out the airlock. We kill him for 10, and because he's in the airlock, he gets flushed away. And this gunner, this badass boss, wins the game. If you're out there and you know how to play this game and I did anything wrong, let me know, because I really like to have a clean win, and if I did something wrong that made this a tainted win, let me know. But I think we just won the game. The game's over, so he's not going to take a strike. If he did, it would have been for 1, which I don't think would have killed him. I'm not going to bother doing any of the other things on here. Oh no, he wouldn't have taken a strike because this let him avoid it. So we won the game because of that card. And if you remember before, when we purchased it, it was a big deal. We were trying for a long time to coordinate to be able to have somebody buy this card, and we gave it to the right guy. So the gunner survives. The perfect organism objective is complete. And we won a game of Legendary Encounters. And you spent well over an hour with me doing it, so thanks for hanging out. That was really fun. I hope you liked it. I know it's the gameplay's pretty repetitive when you're not actively involved in it, and it's definitely more fun with more characters and more players. But that was solid. I had a great time. Thanks for playing and for watching, and I hope to see you in future videos.